Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital.
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. Michael, how are you doing? Welcome.
I'm good. How about you? You're back home. I'm in Colorado.
Yes,
We're all over the place.
That's right. We're always I feel like every episode we're traveling to a new place.
One of us is, yeah. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
True. Today we have a very special guest with us. We are here with CryptoStorm, the one and only CryptoStorm. Welcome. Hi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. It's funny because we go back a while. Like, I don't know, since maybe even the beginning of my NFT journey, like, you know,
yeah, definitely. Wow. When you was really, really big and then in Top Shop.
Yeah, my Top Shot days. And I remember when you just had a couple thousand followers. Like, now you've really blown up. You have, I don't even know. Should we fact check this?
It was like 25,000 or something. I looked.
62,000.
62,000. What was I looking at?
CryptoStorm killing it,
wow.
Just taking off. I mean, I feel like you coined the term smoking weed, buying NFTs. Like, nobody was tweeting that before you started like tweeting that.
Period.
So, yeah. If you guys ever see people tweeting out smoking weed, buying NFTs, CryptoStorm was the original tweeter of that. Okay?
Yes, so you heard it here first.
Put some respect on the name. But we want to start out by asking you about your NFT journey. How did CryptoStorm come about? How did you get started in the NFT space? I mean, you have a Bored Ape, you have, your projects coming out, ton of stuff. If you guys don't know CryptoStorm, you're about to. So,
well, I started out, I feel like a lot of people, like, I think Dogecoin brought a lot of people into NFTs and crypto in general. So shout out to Dogecoin. But yeah, it all started with Doge. Didn't really understand stocks or like anything really, like crypto or anything. I just, a little birdie just told me, hey, Elon Musk, like he's kind of one of the richest guys. Like, yeah, he supports Dogecoin. And I'm just like, so then let's get this. Like, we got to get this. If this guy is supporting it, it's for a reason. So I just got, aped straight into Dogecoin. And through Dogecoin, I discovered cryptocurrency. I just started doing my research daily on crypto every day. Like, people would turn on the TV and watch the news. I would turn on the TV and look up BitBoy crypto or just anything that is crypto. That was like my morning news.
When was this, by the way?
Almost 2 years ago now.
Okay.
Yep. This had to be a little bit after the pandemic started. So yeah, I was just watching cryptocurrencies, like, big talkers and speakers and influencers on YouTube every single day, just trying to absorb as much information as I can as possible. Seeing what's the next coin or what should I be investing into. At first I was really lost. So this is when nobody really knew about crypto. So I kind of just put money in every single crypto. I still have so much different types of crypto, but since they all are still kind of being discovered, all of them went up. I not some went up immensely, but some I got a little profit from it. And through crypto, I actually started off on Twitter to influence people in a positive way. So that was just something I've always been big on, is just trying to show people the light and the darkness, and show them that there's more within themselves. And so I actually started off on Twitter just kind of being just posting a whole bunch of motivational tweets like all the time. Like I read a lot, so I was always posting things that I learned in my books. I did yoga, so I was always posting like, you know, yoga videos and if did you guys stretch and stuff. And I only had like a couple hundred followers during that time, but you know, I started to kind of get support, you know, through just kind of being consistent and, you know, just like showing people like what I'm here for. And through Twitter, I actually discovered NFTs. So when I discovered NFTs through Twitter and I realized, wow, like this is crypto, but fun. Like it was just over from there. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, it blew my mind with just like what people are capable of when it comes to creating, like, you know, all these digital creations, 3Ds, 2Ds, pixel, like the list goes on and on and on. So it just blew my mind. Like, what? Like someone rendered this? Like, what is even rendering? You know, like, and through just that, like, I just fell down the rabbit hole.
That's awesome. So what was your first NFT? 'Cause I know you're like just super drawn to the space. Like, did you start buying things right away? Like, did you just kind of observe? Like, and what was the first thing that you bought when you decided to buy an NFT?
My first NFT ever is it's crazy, but it's pixel art. Like I think that was my first and last pixel art NFT. But it was a pixel art. And you know, during this time, nobody understood NFTs like that. Like we were all kind of like just running around trying to figure out like what is valuable, like what is going to be the next like, you know, big thing, or what is like, is this going to be valuable in the future? And you know, so honestly, I was just kind of buying so much random stuff, just so much random stuff. Like I think most of the stuff that I actually bought in the beginning isn't worth like really anything. Most of those NFT like, you know, projects disappeared. So things didn't actually start to boom and get crazy, and I didn't start to actually really truly learn what is going to be valuable until Bored Ape Yacht Club. So like I've been buying so many NFTs before Bored Ape Yacht Club, and I don't want to say they're not valuable because it's my journey. You know, so they're still valuable to me. I definitely always bought what I liked. There's some NFTs that I still am in love with, you know, even before you know, this bull market started. But Bored Ape Yacht Club definitely kind of just like set the bar for all of the projects, like and NFTs, and started an enormous NFT bull run.
Sure did. Yeah, that's really cool. Mine was kind of a little bit of the same way. A lot of the stuff I bought early on isn't worth all that much. You're trying, you're learning. You're
right.
Yeah, that's what it is for sure. And then it was Bored Apes, Pixel Vault, Cool Cats, and it was over from there. Yeah, for sure. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you mint your Bored Ape? I kind of forget, like, if you ended up buying it, like, on the secondary or if you minted it.
I was sleeping and I had a roommate, and this roommate, like me and my roommate were like kind of like studying NFTs and crypto and stuff together. And randomly, like it was like maybe 3, 4 in the morning, and they're running into my room, just freaking out, like, you have to mint this, you have to mint this. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm too tired, like go away. Like, you know, it's freaking 3, 4 in the morning. Like, what are you even doing up? Like, you know, degenning and stuff. And I just didn't want to hear it. So I just told my friend, like, you know, how about you just mint me some and then I'll give it to you like when I wake up. So
wow.
After that happened, they sold out that same day that my friend was freaking out, and they didn't mint me none. So it was that. It was that. And after like that week of the, you know, because a lot of people don't know, Bored Ape Yacht Club, it took like about a week and a half for it to actually mint out. Yeah. It wasn't just like overnight thing. Like, you know, people, it took a while for people to actually realize like, what is this? And I was definitely one of those people. So like the week after mint out, it was 1 week after mint out. And, you know, I'm just like, man, I wish I minted. And during that time, I remember, you know, I remember this because this was the most money I've ever spent in anything in my entire life. $700. It was $700. And during that time, like, I didn't really have anything to my name, and that $700, like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, like $700 for this ape, like, I don't know. And, I just did it. I just like took the chance and I spent that $700. Remind you, I don't even pay like $100 for nothing. Like when it comes to being like, I'm just like, oh, I don't know, that's expensive. So that was really like my first like big purchase in my entire life. And then literally a week after, it went from $700 to like 3K, 4K, 5K. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to get one more before I'm never going to be able to get one again. So I'm just freaking out and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I spent $700. Now I'm going to have to spend like a couple $1,000. And, I'm just like Dogecoin, like, I got to go to my Dogecoin wallet. I guess see what's up with that. And, I still kind of didn't have enough, like, I did, but I didn't because I wanted to, like, I didn't, like, during that time, nobody knew what was rare. Like, we didn't know about rarities and, we didn't know, like, anything, we just, like, it was just, like, buying what you like. So, I just wanted to get a really cool looking ape. Like, so I called everybody in my family. I called my friends, like my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers.
I need to buy
everybody.
this JPEG. Yeah.
Yes. I was just like, I need money. I was like, literally, this is what I told them. I didn't even tell them, oh, I need 1K, $200. I said, whatever you can send me whatever you can, whether it's $10, $50, $100. I was like, send me whatever, because I was like, this is going to be something big. And, like,
you really had conviction. Damn.
Yeah. My whole family was just like, you're crazy. Yeah. We're not sending you. They were just like, we're not sending you nothing. My mom, my dad were just like, yeah, crazy. Nope, not happening. The only person that was willing to trust me was my little brother. And he was just like, man, I don't know what you're saying, man. I don't know what none of this is, but here's $1,000. And I hope, like that this is going to be something like you said. And, here we are today. And my parents are just like, man, like, I wish we got an ape. They're always like, I wish we got an ape. And I'm just like, well, you got to start having like, more faith and like, just the younger generation, because I think like when it comes to just like, the older generation, it's kind of like you got to go to college and, like it's like the Bored Ape Yacht Club is kind of like, these NFTs, like not even Bored Ape Yacht Club, but these NFTs are kind of like their own lottery ticket that continues to add value,
Yeah.
In real life, like when you think about lottery tickets, it's just like, it sounds so unrealistic. And, I get where my parents are coming from, but, now till this day, like they're just always like mentioning like the Bored Ape Yacht Club and, like, hey, like, you want to share that ape and this, that, and the third. Like,
are they like super happy for you and everything? Or are they kind of like low key, like jealous? Like,
okay. So I think that they're super happy for me, but I do think they are low-key jealous at the same time. I think it's a mixture of both because, I do see it like that. They're just like, oh, like, that just like that feeling of, oh, I wish I had that, because even like with my ape, like for an example, like when the apes went to, 1 ETH, 2 ETH, 3 ETH, like 7 Ethereum. My dad was just always like, sell it. It's not gonna be nothing. It's gonna go to zero. Sell it.
Right. And nobody knew what was gonna happen, obviously. So it's like
right. And not only that, but they didn't really understand the space. They're still kind of getting to understand it. So they're, it just kind of like goes down to like just like the information that is offered to people.
Yeah. So does your brother technically own one of your apes with you, or like?
So no.
You paid him out? You paid him out for it? Like,
yeah, so I definitely took care of him. I do let him like, I buy him everything, like, like all the merch. I'm just like, what merch do you want? Like, I got you. I always make him feel like he's included and involved in all ways, shapes, or form. And he knows like at the end of the day, like, obviously, I'm gonna take care of him, and I make like really smart decisions. So like, he trusts me with whatever I decide to do with the ape. And like, like I said, I definitely did pay him out. But that's still not, I still don't feel like that's enough because like, he was the only one that did have, that belief in me.
I love that. Yeah. You always need somebody that believes in you, like, whether it's like a parent or like a sibling, like, just that
right, right. And, I and it means a lot when you have someone that is betting on you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That must feel really good. Are you excited for the token tomorrow? The ape token?
My goodness.
Right?
When that announcement dropped, I was like, did it just get hot? Like, today was so cold.
Yeah.
Today was so cold. And I feel like this is definitely something that the NFT space has been needing, is like something to get everyone kind of excited and get that adrenaline back because, I feel like that's something that's kind of been missing for some time, is that like adrenaline, that degen adrenaline.
Yeah, they're making big moves right now. And I saw the prices are up. I wasn't in my office today, but I looked and I think 102. Yeah. It was like 23 on the mutants or something again, which is great.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, and they always said like, we're gonna reward whoever is holding on to like all of their Bored Yacht Club, like the dog.
I know.
Yeah. So
is that you? Is that you? Do you have your dog and your mutant?
It sounds like you sold your dog.
I sold my dog. Oh, it's awful. I sold my dog pre-reveal for 1.2 ETH, and it ended up having laser eyes. I don't even want to talk about it.
It's okay because everything happens for a reason.
For sure.
I have one dog, but I have 2 apes, so
nice. Good for you.
There's that. But I did sell the dog when it was at like the super top, which was 10 ETH during the time.
I remember,
and then it dropped back down. Yeah,
it's a nice sale. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a nice sale.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was some good pocket change.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna move past the ape for a second here because besides obviously it's like this super valuable asset. Well, you have 2 Bored Apes, right? And then you just have a bunch of NFTs. You also started just getting really involved. I mean, I've been on a couple of my sister's ladies' night Twitch streams with you. Like, you're always hosting Twitter Spaces. Like, I swear you host them daily. I don't know if you do or not, but it feels like you do. And you're just like, you're always doing things. You're always saying yes to things and kind of just getting yourself out there. What do you like about kind of putting yourself out there in Web3 and like being like, a bit of a known person in this space?
Honestly, I think the community and then the opportunities, like just like the people I've met, like, have been more genuine than, people I've known my whole life. So, I really do appreciate the people that have come, into my life because of like Web3. And then also just like all the opportunities that do come my way. Like, for an example, like, I was with like Snoop Dogg in his studio. And
yes, that's right. Wait, what the heck? Can you please tell us about that? Like,
and like, that was something that I kind of always dreamed of. Like, it's like every stoner's dream to kind of like be around Snoop Dogg and smoking and stuff. So, it's just amazing. Like, the opportunities that do come my way. Like for that, like for an example, like it was just so random because like the way that all like kind of happened was I was just in a Twitter space. And then they sent me a request to join, and I was so like high and stoned at the moment. And so I joined, and this guy was just like, "Hey, Storm, like, you trying to smoke with the dog?" And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like, why are you guys trying to get dogs high? Like, stop." It was so many people in the space, and everyone was just putting laughing faces, and I'm just like, wait, like trying to like put 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, are you talking about Snoop Dogg? And everyone was just dying, and they were just like, yes, Storm, like, get it together. And like from that day, like we kind of like, I've been in contact with like his team, his family. And, since that day, like we just been in constant contact. And it's like it's things like that I would have never even like thought would happen or imagined, So, just being like building this platform and being who I am, like, I couldn't be more grateful. Like, I've never expected to blow up like this ever. You know, I just, like I said, I just kind of wanted to be like a motivational, you know, outlet, but also like how you said, like, you know, I started the smoking weed and NFTs. That I also wanted to be like a weed advocate and show people like that, you know, girls smoke weed. There's nothing wrong with smoking weed. Actually helps. It can help, you know, you, and you can also be a productive stoner. So that was why, like, I was always just so consistent with just kind of like sharing like weed this, weed that, because, you know, me growing up, like I've always had like people looking at me like in a bad way because, you know, I like Mary Jane, you know, so I just wanted to kind of like be an outlet for people who actually do enjoy to like smoke weed and be high as well.
I love that.
You're being real, you're being yourself, like, you know, that's who you are, you're not trying to hide it. And love that for you. Also, are you coming out with a weed brand with Snoop Dogg? Hopefully.
It's crazy because and I don't know if it's gonna be with Snoop Dogg, but I have been in contact with a whole bunch of different weed brands and industries, and I just got a DM today from one of them, and they're just like, hey, like, do you want to create a Woman from Venus strain? And I'm just like, what? Like, you know, like, so it's really dope. And by the way, Woman from Venus is my project that I have been working on since September.
Wow. So tell us about Woman. Sorry, no, I was just gonna ask you to tell us about your project, because we're excited about that too. I mean, I've been following you for like, you know, a long time now, at least in NFT time. And I remember when you first started that and everything. And September, I mean, that's like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, definitely a lifetime ago. So, you know, I started out in the space like as a collector. I just kind of didn't feel so comfortable to kind of like put myself out there because everyone was kind of always like broing me and duding me. And, you know, that's like one of the biggest reasons why I kind of created my ape with the hair and you know, the more girl clothes, because I'm like, yeah, I'm an ape, but I'm a girl ape. So like, you know, you guys got to recognize, like, you know, so I was just getting tired of like correcting everybody. But also like, you know, before the World of Women, I did notice that, you know, a lot of woman representation was like missing from the space, and it sucked like being a woman in Web3 and not feeling as welcomed, and, you know, feeling like the space is super male dominated, because during the time that I was in the space, it was really, really male dominated. Like you know, all spaces were just a whole bunch of guys on stage, like, you know, and this is something that like a lot of people don't know, is that like the reason why you're seeing like more women on the stage is because we kind of had to fight for that. You know, we had to kind of make it known that we're here, women are in Web3, we're around, you know, because I know for a fact a lot of women were hiding in the shadows. Like I got it all the time. Like, you know, I don't want to put my profile picture because guys are going to just like try to hit on me and they don't respect me as a woman, and, you know, and so on. So when I got my World of Woman, I was just like, what can I do? You know, because they give you the IP rights. So I'm just like, what can I do to kind of expand from the World of Women? And through my World of Women, I created the Stormy token, which I dropped in September. I just basically brought my World of Woman to life. I gave her a character, personality, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start creating you know, different World of Women, bringing them to life, giving them a personality, and you know, so much more. After I created my Stormy token, I dropped 300 of the same, you know, NFT. And it was basically to start off creating a community where a small community at first, where like we can kind of build off of it and, you know, show women like, hey, like, you know, this is Woman from Venus, and, you know, this is a safe space for women to come join in Web3 and not feel like you're being mansplained, or, you know, like maybe you're asking dumb questions, or like, you know, they're not letting you on stage. So I created Woman from Venus for that specific reason. And through the Stormy token, the people, you know, all my friends that did buy, because obviously, you know, it's 300 pieces. So people are like, oh, it's not that rare. But the people who truly did support me and, you know, have like that love for me, definitely invested in me. And they did buy the Stormy token. And, you know, I was getting requests from my community, like of my small community of 300 people, and was like, hey, like, I think it'll be dope if we, make Stormy into a profile picture. And I'm just like, I love that. Like, like I listen to my community. So I'm just like, I love that. I think that's such a great idea. And through the Stormy token, I created the Stormy profile picture. And then I was like, I kind of want to make this kind of look like, me up a little bit more. So I kind of fixed her more. And then I had a whole bunch of people like, oh my gosh, like, are you making these? Like, is this going to be a generative project? This is super dope art, and through that, I was just like, oh, it's over. Like, I'm going to make another whole entire women's generative project that is just super inclusive to all women of all different cultures, all different skin types, all around the world, all different styles, hairstyles, everything. And that's how I basically started the whole entire Woman from Venus generative project that will be dropping Sunday. I'm super excited for.
Wow.
Everything is hand drawn and everything, is super, super, like we put so much detail, like I said, like, it's super inclusive to all women of everywhere. Excuse my dog. But yeah.
That's amazing. That's exciting. And congratulations on, the success of the initial token that you released, and then deciding to come out with a 10K generative avatar project because there was demand for it. Like, I like that you kind of like tested the market in that way, and it's like, then people are like, oh, we want this, and now it's like, well, here you are coming out with it. So that's super exciting, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get one myself, like, for sure.
Yeah, I'm in your Discord. I've been checking it out, and I was actually reading through a lot of the old announcements and saw when you did drop that original one. And yeah, these look really good. So congratulations. And you said you're dropping Sunday. What do people need to know? Is the public mint on Sunday?
So it actually is a 5,555 piece collection.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the reason why I picked Woman from Venus, I actually named it after my mom. It was her idea, like the whole entire project name. So that's something that, this whole entire project is very personable to me. A reason I picked 5555, like, instead of 10K was because I believe in angel numbers. And, I was seeing 555, like, for months of my life, like months, like at a time, like joining the NFT space. And if you look up what 555 means, it means like incredible change in your life is coming. And, so I just took that and, I just kind of like listened to the signs that are around me. Sunday, the 20th is pre-sale mint. And then the 21st will be public. And then the 22nd will be like reveal. But yeah, I'm just really, really, really excited because I like being a collector. I feel like I had so much experience in this space, and I know what like collectors are looking for because I am one, and I know like what the community is about and how it is to build, and what should we offer. I've been doing my research for a month on like what kind of utility do people want, like what kind of utility can I bring to the table, like how can I make this more than just a PFP project. I really truly feel like Woman from Venus is not a moment but a movement.
Nice.
Excuse my dog. I feel like he wants to talk to y'all too.
No, that's cool. I was gonna ask. What kind of dog do you have?
He is German and a lab. He's a big boy.
Wow. Yeah. I have a little dachshund. I asked because she's getting old. She's gonna be 16, slowing down.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's actually my mom's dog, but he likes to hang out with me and talk to me all day long.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Cool. No, the project looks amazing. The art looks really cool. You're not killing people on the price. Like it looks really, really good. When you talk about the utility, what do you plan on? What's like kind of your main things that you're planning on offering for people?
When it comes to utility, I'm trying to like offer everything that other projects like haven't offered.
Yep.
For an example, like I made partnerships with a toy company. So we're going to be like giving out like, people are going to be like put into a drawing and they're going to be able to get like their Woman from Venus toy sent to them, which I think is super dope.
That is.
we also partnered with a rug company. So like, you know, I think that one thing that when it comes to NFTs is like we love like merch and being able to kind of flaunt our NFTs and show everyone like, yeah, it's cool on Web3, but you know, it's also cool to kind of have that physical, you know, as well. So we partnered up with a rug company as well. We have all these in real life events that we're going to be planning and collaborating with. We have, I can't say too much, but we have someone who is going to be creating like an album for Women from Venus. So that's going to be really dope.
Snoop is creating an album.
Oh shoot! I feel like
you heard it here first.
Breaking news.
And Dre's producing it. What is going on here?
Yeah, that would be so fire. Yeah, we have just so much like dope people that support it. Like, if you guys check out Snoop's wife, her page, like on IG and Twitter, she actually has the Woman from Venus as her profile picture. Oh, wow. Yeah, so like we have like really good, dope, like just communities and partnerships and just so much that we plan to bring to the table. Like I said, like one thing that's big for me is that like, and you know, how you said the floor price, I wanted to make sure it was super accessible for everybody, even people who may not even have their first NFT yet. You know, I think that the floor price is definitely something that, you know, someone will be able to, you know, spend a little bit on. Like I said, you know, for me, I spent $700 on my ape, and that was like crazy amount of money to me, you know? So I definitely want to make it accessible, but like, I know that once like this takes off, like it's going to Venus. It's going past the moon and it's going to Venus.
And by the way, it's 0.0555 ETH for those wondering what the mint price is.
Yes.
And your Instagram for that is WFV NFT on Twitter, if people wanted to check it out. Also, CryptoStorm's Twitter is CryptoStorm_. Wait, is that 2 underscores or just 1 underscore?
It is 2 underscores.
Okay, 2 underscores after CryptoStorm. You know what? I love that, you know, you're talking about collaborating, like you're saying, oh, you know, partnering to make like a figurine, like a toy and the rug and everything. And it just got me thinking about, you know, how it was like you've been building connections and relationships in this space, and, you know, before you launch a project. And I think that's so important. And I think a lot of people, you know, they kind of skip that step of like building those relationships, building a community, you know, doing that before you come out with a project. And, you know, people feel connected to you, like by having one of your NFTs, it's like, I'm going to feel like, it's like, oh, that's CryptoStorm's project. No, it's like, I know her. I like her. Like, you know, it's not just a random, oh, the art, like, oh yeah, that seems cool. Like, let's pump this. It's like, oh, we know who's behind this, you know, like we know, yeah, we you know, we know the team. And, I think that's great. And I love that, you know, you decided to come out with your own project. I know it takes a lot of work. I've been like purposely not, because oh my God, it's so much work. I just know how much it is. And
oh my goodness,
props to you and yeah, your team for coming out with the project.
Yeah, that's awesome for my
team, I was just gonna say, like my team, I actually, so like when I, you know, first started Women for Venus and I dropped my Stormy tokens, it was just me, like by myself, and you know, I was kind of lost, and I just didn't know like I knew what I wanted to do, but I just didn't know how to like begin it or start it. And I slowly started to onboard like my team. So one thing I love is just like how my team is kind of from all around the world. Like I have a woman who is from Thailand, and I met her through NFTs and you know, Twitter. I have another woman that I met, she's in Costa Rica. And, you know, I met her through NFTs and Twitter. I have another one who's from El Salvador, and like the same thing, like from Twitter, NFTs, and also another woman from Texas. And, you know, it kind of just goes on. But like I met all of them through NFTs and crypto and Twitter. And I slowly was just like onboarding them. Like, you know, like I'm like, oh, like, you know, I see that you're really good at this. Like, how would you like to kind of like build with me? And, you know, that's kind of how like my team was created. And by the way, I would love to also mention the charities, which is something that I think is super important, because I do see a lot of NFT projects like, and it kind of like upsets me a little bit because, all these NFT projects are selling out, but it's just like, what are you doing to kind of give back or like help others, And that's something that I'm really big on, is just always trying to help others or give back in some way, shape, or form. So we are donating to 3 different charities. One of them is a charity in Africa that is helping women free from sex slave. So that one is like, near and dear to my heart. Another one is helping homeless children and women in LA, California. And then there's one more that is a non-domestic abuse charity that is also helping women like get into safe homes and, get the, supplies that they do need. So I do think that is something that is important to mention.
Congratulations. That's amazing. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And a project like this is what Jennifer and I talk about all the time, is you bet on the jockey, for lack of a better term, like people in the space that have a reputation that aren't just coming and going because they hype something up. And you're going to build with this project. Like, you could tell you have passion for it. Is it Woman of Venus or women? It's woman, right?
Woman from Venus. Woman
from Venus. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
cool. Yep.
Yes.
Like,
and if you actually look up like what Venus symbolizes, it's actually the planet of femininity.
Yeah, like that old book title, right? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. We're gonna share this when the episode comes out tomorrow. We're gonna share your Discord in the NFT Catcher. Your Discord in the NFT Catcher Discord, and I'll tell people to come in and say, hey, for the NFT Catcher. So anybody listening, come in. We're gonna send you in and everybody shout out. So when you see that coming in, that's where it's gonna be coming from.
Yes, definitely.
We like to come in strong.
I appreciate that, and I think whoever is joining the Discord will have a whole lot of fun because my Discord mod, he's amazing, and he's just so good at what he does, and he set up a whole bunch of games, which I didn't know, we can actually play games with everyone on Discord, and there's so many games, and the community has so much fun with it. I'm yet to play, but everyone is just like, oh my gosh, like you beat me, or like, oh, you kicked my butt. Like, I just love to see like everyone kind of interacting and having fun.
Yeah, that's great. I feel like people are always looking for a reason to connect more. And it's like, and I think NFT projects are a great way to kind of bring people together and form these little communities. Cause it's like the NFT space is so big and it's so fast. It's like, how are you supposed to find, people to connect with? And I think Discord Discord's really the main thing, like the main way for people to kind of interact and chat with other people that, maybe they hold the same NFT, whatever, but other people in the same space, like, is just like really cool. I was thinking about when you're talking about the angel numbers, and I'm like, that was so crazy. I was just thinking about this, that you made like the mint number out of 5,555, and the mint prize is 0.0555, and that's because you were seeing that number a bunch like before like big things started happening. And that's crazy because literally I was seeing so many angel numbers before I discovered NBA Top Shot and NFTs. And I I was like kind of like at a little bit of like a rock bottom in my life. And like, I didn't know, what direction I was going to go. And I just like started getting really into like crystals and like manifesting. And I started seeing all these angel numbers. And I was like, what does this mean? I'm like looking them up, like, the different meanings of the different numbers. And, next thing you know, I discovered Top Shot and like,
I love that. Never ignore like, signs around you. That was something I also like started to kind of get into and believe in too. Because at first I'm just like, there's no way, like, but it's like if you're seeing 555 constantly, even on license plates and, on billboards, and it's just like, okay, like, I think that that is something that is happening like all around the world, or a lot of people are starting to wake up and, realize much more, around us, and like, just like signs that the universe sends, because there's no coincidence in life. That's something I learned like with Web3. There's no coincidence.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah. And the cool thing about life is that like you can make things happen for yourself. It's like you can control things to a certain extent. And it's like, if you really want something to happen, it's like, your dream was like smoking weed with Snoop Dogg. And it's like, you're always thinking about it, and then your mind just kind of makes things happen for yourself. And it's like, you get put into positions where you're presented with opportunities that you can act on, that you've been like thinking about and wanting to do. And, it's just kind of crazy how you can kind of like manifest your life or like just make things happen for yourself. But a lot of people
100%,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, they get kind of caught up in like their limited beliefs of like feeling like, oh, like you can only do this, or, oh, I'm not rich, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. And it's like, instead of thinking about what they can do, they're thinking about what they can't do. And it's like, people need to kind of think more about like, well, what's possible for me? Like, what do I actually want? Like, think more about what you want.
Exactly. And that's definitely like, I always say like people like that was the thing, the saying is the sky is the limit, but the only limit is yourself. So you're definitely 100% like, on point with that. Like the only limitation is the limitations that you're putting on yourself, because, people have been past the sky, so it's just like the limits are endless if you allow them to be.
Right. So with that said, what's something that you're like, okay, first of all, you've already done so many amazing things, in the space, but what's something where you're like, I just still like really want this one thing to happen? Like, what's something that you're just like within Web3?
I don't even know, like I'm always just kind of, I kind of always am just like appreciative of like what I do have. So I'm never thinking of what I don't. I mean, I do have wishful thinking, like, for an example, like I really want this project to do well, that's something, and, just continue to build off success, continue to kind of meet so many like amazing people and make like these really cool connections. But I mean, as far as like, where I am right now, I'm just beyond grateful for just everything. And I think that is like another thing of why like I continue to receive, is because I'm already like happy with what I have.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. Feeling grateful is underrated, honestly.
It truly is. Like we wake up every day. That's something to be grateful for. We have food in our stomachs. That's another thing. Like we have a roof over our head. Those are all just like things that, certain people don't have. And, it's comfort to us. So it's definitely something to be appreciative of.
Do you have advice for new people getting started in, the NFT space, the Web3 space? They don't really, know what they want to do, but they hear, they're hearing things. Maybe they're listening to this podcast. Maybe they haven't bought an NFT yet. I don't know. But they want to get involved. They just don't know, what to do or how to do it. Do you have advice for beginners just starting out in NFTs?
I would say you have to take that leap of faith. Otherwise, you're never going to get to where you want to go. Like, that $700, like, that's something that was, truly a memorable moment for me. So you have to take that leap of faith. Also, your money is doing more in crypto than it is doing in the bank. So there's that. Definitely buy what you like, because if it goes down, you still have something that you enjoy to look at and you enjoy. And I think the biggest thing is to invest in people, because, you can invest in PFP projects, but it's just like, what is this PFP project, what are they aiming to do for you? Like, and instead of like with someone like who like has like a vision, like, they want to help people, they want to do good, they want to build a community, that's like things I would look to invest in, because it got me to where I'm at, so definitely invest into people. Also, like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I think another thing I learned is like buying into community. Even though like the NFT may not moon, community is very big. So if you see a dope community that you enjoy, definitely like get the NFT and join them. Be a part of that community, because at the end of the day, what makes an NFT moon is the community, as well as the people behind the project.
Yeah. And honestly, like making friends in the space is so much more fun than just like, grinding in the NFT space alone. Like, having other people that you connect with and you can talk to, and like, just everyone has their own journey, but it's like at least you feel like you're not alone in your journey. Other people
100%. And be genuine, be genuine as well. Like it's free to show love. It's free to say, oh my gosh, like this artwork is really dope, or show a retweet and a like. That doesn't cost anything. Yeah. And that is how you can make real genuine connections, instead of like and when I say genuine, it's like don't comment every single NFT like this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. Actually be real about it. Like say how you feel about it, or like what inspired you to create this, because that is how you're going to start to make connections and relationships.
Right. Like instead of just consuming, also contributing.
Exactly.
Contribute. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I remember I messaged you, I think a couple months ago, and I was just randomly out of the blue. I was like, I just want to say, like, you've been doing such big things. And I just want to say, like, congratulations on all your success so far. And I had just randomly thought of that. And I'm just like,
yes. And, and those messages actually do mean a lot. I do remember, because I remember when I first seen you, Jen, I remember I was like, she was like huge in Top Shop. And I was just like, I can't go down the Top Shop hole too. Like I'm already too deep into NFTs. Like, I can't get into that as well. But I definitely remember, all of that does mean something. It gets people's attention, and it's like just like, oh, like this person actually is really cool and genuine and nice, and and that stays like that stayed with me. That message that you send me, that stays with me. So that definitely does stay with people. Like just that genuine message, like, hey, like keep up the good work, or your art is super dope, like I can't wait to see what you make next. Like all of that truly does mean someone and something, and can really make someone's day, or even get them to go further and push themselves further to keep making or creating.
100%. I'm definitely motivated by people, people being like inspired by me. When people message me like, you inspired me to get into NFTs, or you inspired me to do this and that, and it's like that is so motivating for me to continue to do what I do. In my free time, it's like it's just inspiring people. Like you were saying when you first started your Twitter, it was like you were just posting motivational stuff. You just felt like you wanted to like inspire and motivate people. And I feel like there's some people that are just, that's the type of person they are. They just like to inspire and motivate and like just kind of live their life, but help other people out in that way. And yeah, that's awesome. That you do that. Continue to inspire.
Yes, girl, you too. Keep doing your thing, because you girl, I'm throwing some flowers at you right now. Because you definitely made your own impact as well. Like you maneuvered from Top Shop to NFTs, and now you're doing your own podcast and the Twitch streams, and that's really dope, girl. So definitely keep on inspiring, keep on building, and doing what you do, because I see this getting even 10 times bigger. Like I see you guys in the studio, I see it. So keep on going, girl. You got this.
Thank you so much, Jenny from the Blockchain Rap, coming soon, folks. No, but I low-key want to be in a like I want to be in a rap. And I want to be I just told my sister today, I'm like, I want to be in a music video. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. I just do. Like, I just want to be in someone's music video.
You know what? When my NFT album comes out, girl, I already know who to hit up. I'm gonna have a
Let's go. Let's go. Jenny from the Blockchain.
Let's go.
That's funny. That's great. But yeah, hey, and even just saying things like, like that. And it's like just putting it out there, that you want to do something. And then that's how I started this podcast. I tweeted out, oh, I kind of want to start a podcast. And then Michael reaches out to me and he's like, yo, I want to start one too. Like, maybe we can start one together. And I'm like, let's meet up and, see if we can make it happen.
41 episodes later.
41 episodes later.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Crazy how the world works.
Yeah, it is, and that you put that out into the universe, and the universe answered back. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, is like, instead of focusing on what you can't do, like you said, focus on things that you actually want to do, or your interest, and watch that flourish.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing.
We'll wrap this up here shortly. Thank you so much, CryptoStorm, for your time. Michael, do you have any last minute questions?
Sure. Well, I do want to say, I love your passion, Storm. I mean, your story is amazing, and you have so much heart behind it. You're genuine. I really love. I was the only other question I really asked is like, what other NFT? What are some of your other favorite projects? Like, what gets you going in the space? What do you really like?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love the world of women. I do think that they definitely, made it more welcoming for a woman to get involved.
Yep.
And I have so many NFTs.
I know.
Honestly,
so many to think about.
I think my favorite NFTs are like the one of ones that I bought from just artists that I discovered.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are truly like my favorite NFTs. I'm always investing in projects, but like I said, you got to invest in people as well. And there are so many amazing artists in this space that are yet to be explored or discovered. So I'm just kind of always on the search for like the next like cool thing, or the next big thing, or the next like artist. And definitely one of ones for me. All the one of ones I've had, like I have a one of one from Javon. She's actually an artist that just started out in Web3. She listed her first NFT on Foundation. And one of my team members, they betted on it. Like, they made the bid on it, and she won it. And then she wasn't releasing anything after that. So I was just like, girl, like, you're gonna have to drop something. Like I told her, I'm like, I would need, more art from you. And I saw that there was this unreleased piece that she had, and I was just like, I need that. Like, like, can we work something out? Like, and she listed it. I bought it for her. I raised her floor price up enormously. And since then, like, she's been making a whole bunch of different one of ones. I'm actually going to be meeting her in LA very soon, and I'm going to be able to collect my painting that, she minted on Foundation. So yeah, things like that, just one of one artists, like really dope artists in the space.
Love that. Yeah, we love shouting out independent artists. That's great. You said Javon is her name?
Yep, Javon. Yep. And if you type it, it's JAVON. Check out her work. Beautiful. Yeah. She can paint with her hands. She has videos of like time lapse of just her like just free painting, and every piece comes out amazing.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah.
Also, you said you're going to LA. What NFT events coming up will you be at?
Honestly, I don't even know what NFT. I don't even know.
NFT NYC in June.
Of course, you already know.
You'll be in that.
But I don't even know what NFT events are even going in LA. I'm just gonna go because.
What weekend are you going?
The 28th. I think it starts the 27th to the 31st. I'm gonna get there the 28th and be there for some time.
Damn, I'm in LA on the 26th for this like NFTBA NFT basketball tournament. But I would just miss you.
Oh man, how long are you gonna be there for? Just one day?
No, I'm flying in I think it's Friday to Sunday or something like that, like 25th to the 27th. Mm-hmm. But and then after that, Michael and I are both going to Miami NFT Week.
Yeah, Miami NFT Week, April 1st to the 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I might have to Florida.
I might have to.
Ooh. Then VCon in May, NYC, like Jennifer said, in June.
Yeah, I'm
times coming
excited
up.
for NFT NYC. I'm doing a merch collab with Champ, who is Snoop Dogg's son, and we're going to have a pop-up shop. So I'm really excited about that.
Ooh. Dang, that's exciting.
Yes, I hope you guys come through.
Yeah. If I'm in town, I'll definitely. Oh wait, I will be. I'll definitely come then. I was like, wait a
I
damn
think
minute.
you're gonna be in town.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, no, I will be.
NYC is a
Yes,
must.
yes, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be showing up. I'll be showing up for sure.
Yes. Definitely.
Maybe we'll have like a podcast meetup at it or something. I don't know. We need to figure out some type of like, oh, everyone that listens to the NFT Catcher podcast, like come here at this time, like try to do
that'd be so dope. So dope. I actually think I'm gonna be doing a event myself in NFT LA. I might just throw like a brunch. I already found like a venue, so I think I'm just gonna have rent it out, and that'll be kind of like the first Woman from Venus in real life event.
That'll be dope. Dang, that's cool.
Yes, I wish you was there.
Yeah. I'll be at the next one. Any last minute things you want to say to our audience here at the NFT Catcher podcast?
I just want to say thank you for having me. I really do appreciate this podcast. I have to listen to all these other episodes. This is episode what?
41. So we do on
41.
Yeah, we do like weekly recap episodes on Sundays on like, oh, here's the big news that happened during the week. And then on Wednesdays, we record interviews, which we just started doing this year. So like we've had who we had? Let me see. Extreme Tom from Cool Cats. We had Swicky, Top Shot Swicky. We had Volterra from Psychedelics Anonymous. Henry G from Fungi.
Yes.
Mamba.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so dope. Well, I just want to wish you guys the best and like a big congratulations. And again, Jen, throwing you some flowers, girl, because you're definitely you're definitely killing it out in the space as well. You're definitely an anchor, that people kind of lean on. So just continue to keep creating. And also shout out to Michael. I'm gonna throw you some flowers too, because you were part of this.
No, you're right. Jennifer's amazing. She's got huge things coming. You guys, you're awesome. I love working with Jennifer. It's a pleasure.
You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Storm. Seriously, thank you so much for coming on. I hope everybody listening to this enjoyed this episode. Check out the show notes for all the information. We'll link everything of CryptoStorms, and we'll catch you in the next episode, everyone. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.